Why do women love romance more than men? The Psychology explained. Okay, real talk. Why do women love romance so much? Like, you ever notice how she's crying at the Notebook again while you're over here wondering why nobody just texted each other like normal adults? Or how your girlfriend gets all soft watching some dude take off his jacket and put it around another girl's shoulders? Like that's the hottest thing ever. What's going on here? Is it emotions? Is it hormones? Is it Hollywood brainwashing everyone since the 90s? Spoiler alert, it's none of those alone. It's a mix of psychology, evolution, and straight-up brain chemistry. So yeah, grab your popcorn because we're diving deep into the science of why women love love. Right here on Fandom Fact. Yo, what's up fam? Welcome back to Fandom Fact, the channel where we don't just ask random questions. We actually dig up the weird, wild, and science-backed facts behind them. Today's question: why do women love romance more than men? And no, it's not because women are too emotional or sappy. It's because their brains literally process connection and attachment differently. From the hormones that trigger love to the cultural stories that shape what romance even means, we're gonna break it all down. So let's start where love really begins, in the brain. Brain heart with arrow. The brain game. Alright, first off, let's talk science. When women experience something romantic, like a hug, a kind word, or watching their favorite love scene, their brain releases a chemical called oxytocin. Oxytocin is nicknamed the love hormone or bonding chemical. It's the same stuff released when a mom holds her baby, or even when people pet their dogs. This hormone literally creates feelings of closeness, trust, and comfort. Now here's the wild part. Women's brains produce more oxytocin than men's, which means women are naturally more wired for emotional connection. Not drama, not dependency, just connection. Men release more dopamine, which is all about thrill, challenge, and accomplishment. So while women might crave emotional depth, men are often chasing that rush of achievement. It's not that one's better or worse. It's just two different wiring systems running the same program called love. Evolution's love code. Let's throw it back a few thousand years. Yeah, we're going prehistoric for a sec. Back then, women's survival often depended on cooperation, bonding, and long-term connection. The stronger the pair bond, the safer the family. So evolution basically trained women's brains to value emotional consistency, to look for signs of loyalty, protection, and empathy. Fast forward to today, that same instinct shows up as loving romance. When a woman watches a romantic scene where someone listens, cares, or protects, her brain reads that as safe. Men, on the other hand, were evolutionarily wired for competition and risk. Their chemistry rewards winning and status more than bonding. That's why a lot of guys chase goals, and a lot of women chase connection. And honestly, it's not even a bad thing. It's how we balance each other out. Hollywood and the heart. Now let's talk about the big player in all this, Hollywood. Clapperboard. For decades, movies, books, and music have been feeding us this one megastory. Romance equals meaning. Think about it. From Pride and Prejudice to The Bachelor, every story tells women, you're not complete until you find love. And guess what? The brain starts believing it. Psychologists call it romantic conditioning. Your brain literally links love stories with comfort, validation, and self-worth. That's why women rewatch Titanic even though they know Jack's about to freeze again. Cold face. It's not the ending that matters, it's the feeling that story gives. Guys, meanwhile, get conditioned the other way. Movies tell men that emotions are weak, and success equals strength. So a lot of men grow up focusing on achievement instead of attachment. And then both sides wonder why they can't understand each other. Person shrugging male sign. Romance equals safe space. Here's another key fact. Women love romance because it creates a safe space to feel. Society tells women to be strong, productive, independent, which is awesome. But romance gives them a moment to just be soft, to be seen and appreciated. It's not about being weak. It's about being human. And in that quiet emotional space, women get to feel what's often suppressed. Affection, care, and tenderness. It's like emotional self-care, through stories, gestures, or connection. The modern twist. But don't get it twisted. Today's women aren't just falling for fantasy. They're redefining romance itself. It's not all about candlelit dinners and cheesy love songs. For a lot of modern women, romance means respect, emotional safety, and mutual growth. Basically, treat me like an equal, but still flirt like it's day one. That's the modern love language. Love hits different in the feels. Okay, let's be real. Romance hits women in the feels way deeper. Ever heard the saying, women fall in love with their ears, men fall in love with their eyes? Yeah, that's not just a cute quote, it's kinda true. See, women process emotional language in both hemispheres of the brain, while men mostly use one. Translation? When a woman hears, "You look beautiful when you laugh," her brain lights up like Times Square. When a guy hears, "You look hot," he's like, "Cool." Women absorb emotional nuance, tone, meaning, context. It's like their brains running Dolby surround sound for feelings. That's why romance movies, songs, and novels feel immersive. They're not just stories, they're experiences. Fantasy versus reality check. Now let's talk fantasy. Women don't just love romance because of the guy. They love the idea of being understood. Romantic stories create a world where emotions get seen, words matter, and love always wins. But that doesn't mean women can't tell fiction from real life. It's like watching The Bachelor. You know it's messy, but dang, it scratches that emotional itch. The fantasy of romance isn't about fake perfection, it's emotional hope. Men often get that same hope hit from victory, sports, work, leveling up in life. So yeah, both genders chase highs. Women just prefer the emotional type, men the achievement type. It's two different flavors of the same brain craving, fulfillment. Culture made it cool. Let's be honest, culture plays a big role here. Women are allowed to talk about love, feel deeply, cry during chick flicks, it's accepted. But men? Society tells them to man up, don't catch feelings, and keep it casual. So what happens? Women lean into emotional connection. Men suppress it, even though they secretly crave it too. Studies actually show that men in strong, emotionally romantic relationships live longer and happier lives. But they've been taught that romance equals weakness. Women, they've been taught that romance equals power. And that's why they embrace it unapologetically, because it's part of their social freedom to feel. The power of daydreaming. You know that moment when someone's staring out the window with soft music playing, totally zoned out? That's not boredom, that's romantic visualization. Women are way more likely to daydream emotionally. Science calls it effective forecasting, imagining how future emotions might feel. That's why women picture the first date, the text back, the good morning message. It's emotional rehearsal. And guess what? Their brains reward them for it with little doses of dopamine and oxytocin, even if it's all in their imagination. That's why reading a romantic novel or watching a drama feels satisfying. The brain can't fully tell fantasy from real emotional experience. In short, women don't just love romance. They live it, even inside their thoughts. Romance in the 21st century. Finally, let's talk about modern romance, 2020's edition. These days, women aren't waiting around for a prince, they're building the castle themselves. Romance now looks like sending memes instead of letters, love letter. Matching on apps but craving real energy, dizzy. Being independent, but still wanting someone who gets it. The new romantic fantasy isn't about rescue, it's about recognition. Women want partners who see them, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. And honestly, that's next level romance. It's not boy meets girl. It's two people meet, and both keep growing. Because love now isn't about completion, it's about connection. So yeah, women still love romance. But not because they're dreamers, because they're realists with big hearts. So yeah, women don't love romance because they're too emotional. They love it because it lights up parts of their brain that literally crave connection. From evolution to emotion, it's not weakness, it's wiring. And when you understand that, relationships make a whole lot more sense. If you vibed with this breakdown, hit that like button, share it with someone who's obsessed with love stories, and comment below. Backhand index pointing right. Are you more into slow burn romance or love at first sight? Don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing facts every week. Because here at Fandom Fact, we don't just spill tea, we spill science. Hot beverage brain.